Welcome back, fellow dropshippers, to Viking Drop tutorials. Here we are going to go over today the Price Monitor tab. So let's get started. Now let's go to the tabs again on the left hand side as shown here, and let's click on Price Monitor. You will be redirected to the Monitor page where every listing you will ever create and list on eBay will be shown here. As you can see here, there are some examples to show you just exactly how the lister works. Now we will go through this tab step by step, as there again in this tab is a lot of information being shown. Again, here you can see all the listings that you have ever listed with Viking Drop. Note, now keep in mind that you can delete ones that you have deleted from eBay platform that you have ended or has ended and not relisted, but we will go over that later. You can see that by each item there are boxes on the left side of the listing. You can do many things with these little boxes after one or several have been selected, and we will go over that in just a minute as well. Now let's look at the drop down arrow right next to that little box. If you click on that arrow, you can see that it is opened information about your listed item that either you placed in the listing or Viking Drop pulled and added to your listing before it was listed to eBay. To get this information to go back and be hidden again, simply go to the right side of the box where you originally clicked to get the information to drop down. Click this arrow here. Before we close this box, let's look at the rest of these icons here to the right of the down arrow. Here we have the circle arrow. You click on that icon and it will refresh your page. Now we see the 3-bar icon to the far right after the circle icon. The 3-bar icon, if you click on it, gives you the option to edit your item or to view the details of your listed item. Let's click on Edit Item. You will be redirected to your listing where you can edit your title, desired profit, fees, and add more item specifics, or simply edit your description. After you have edited the desired choices, simply go to the bottom left and save. You will then be redirected to the page to view the listing as it was updated. At the top left as shown here, if you are satisfied with your changes, click on Back. If you wish to edit again, click Edit, or to delete. Click Delete and we'll delete the listing altogether. Once you are done editing, you will be redirected back to the Monitor page where you were originally. Now let's go back to the drop-down arrow, then far right. Let's click on the 3-bar icon again and click View Detailed. You can see here you were directed back to the same page that you just reviewed the changes that you made. Again, at this page you can still choose to go back, edit, or delete the item listed from the monitor. Now with that detailed box open, you can see that right below that it will say images and the quantity of images that you have in your listing. If you go to the right here and click the drop down button, you can see it opens all your images. To close this, to make hidden again, simply click the same arrow again. Now we are back to the original view with everything closed. Look at the far right and you will see a trash can. If you click the trash can, a window will open asking confirmation that you want to trash this listing. Now notice that you can choose Delete from Monitoring Only, and this will delete the item from Viking Drop Monitoring Platform. Or here we have Remove from Monitoring and eBay, and this will delete it from Viking Drop and from eBay. If you choose not to do either of these, simply click Close and return back to the Monitor page, or click Delete and that listing will be deleted from whichever option you choose and will take you back to the original page. Now let's go to the row of icons on the top right of this page and work our way across each icon. You can see the paper with the money sign icon here. Now remember those boxes beside your listed items here where you can select one item listed or several? This is where these little boxes come into play. With the paper money icon, you can change your desired profit on however many boxes that you selected on the original page. Let's click on that money paper icon. Once you have changed your desired profit margin for the selected items, click Save or Close to go back to the previous page with all your listings. Moving on to the next icon, the trash can. Again, whether you select one item box, several, or all, you click the trash can, you will have a window pop up that again is confirming that you want to delete the selected items or item. Click OK to delete or cancel to close the window. Note, if you accidentally click the trash can by mistake and nothing is selected, that window will not open. As well, Viking Drop will never delete any listings or information without prompt from you first to ensure that you are wanting to delete the selected information. Moving along, we see the recycle icon. The recycle icon, if you click on it, will show you a window showing how many items that you have selected and gives you the option to restore those deleted items from Viking Drop, and then you will be able to relist them on eBay. You will simply click close if you choose not to do this, or restore to restore those items that you would like to relist. Let's look at the next icon, the double arrow pointing towards each other. This is the range selector. Clicking on the range selector will open a new window box, as shown here, that allows you to choose the field that you would like to see certain listings with a filter. You can go to the far right here at the arrow drop down and choose from several options such as profit, quantity, source price, target price, views, and watches. Below, after choosing how you'd like to filter your listings to view only those specified above, you will go to the from and to and place, depending on which field you choose, a price or a number for quantity. Then once you have all your information inputted in each box or drop down, you will click here on filter, and all your listings that you have filtered will be showing in the monitor. Now, to give you an example, I have chosen profit in the field here and placed my values up $1 to $2. Now note, keep in mind that the from and to will only accept whole numbers for amounts. So if you are looking for $1.50 profits, you would put in $1. Now if I have any that are at that price range, when I click here on filter, it will show only those listings. Moving on to the filter icon, let's click on this icon, and you can see here that it added boxes across the top of your listings. Under title, you can place a title that you have currently listed in Viking Drop and press enter, and it will search for that title specifically in all of your other listings. Now let's see how that works. I have grabbed a title and pasted it into the title box and hit enter. As you can see, it's now showing only that listing that I searched for. To go back to all your listings, simply click on the Price Monitor tab and it will take you back to all your listings inside Viking Drop. With the filter tab still activated, you see there are several other options that you can still choose from to search by, such as status, source shop, target shop, supplier ID, shop price, your price, target ID, quantity, profit, and sales. Now let's review each one of those now. Here on the tab status, you can see the drop-down button. So let's click on that drop-down. You can see that it gives you several options to choose from, such as preparing, waiting for lister, listed, closed, ending, and deleted. Source shop. This is the store that you are listing your item from. Again, there is the drop-down button, so let's click on that drop-down. Again, you can see that it gives you all the stores that Viking Drops currently supports. Choose which store you are looking for that you listed the item from. Target shop. This is the eBay shop that you are using based on your location that you reside. Click on the drop-down again to view all those options. Supplier ID. The supplier ID is the ID or the ASIN number that you have in the URL from your supplier of the item that you listed. Place in that number and press enter, and Viking Drop will load the listing that matches that ID. Shop price. The shop price is the price from your supplier that they are selling the item for. Your price. Your price is the price that you have the item listed as your final price. Target ID. Target ID is the listing ID number that you have in your title in eBay. Here's an example. If you go to your eBay and find an item that you listed, you can go to the URL at the top as shown here and see the list of numbers that specifies your listing. These are the numbers that are indicated to place in the target ID box to search for that listing in Viking Drop. Quantity. Quantity is the amount of items that you have available for the listing that you are searching for. Profit. Profit is the amount that you will pocket after all your fees. If you know that it's a $2 profit, you will place a number 2 in this box because again, it will only take whole numbers rounded in this box. Now keep in mind you can input information into only one of these boxes, or you can place something into each of these boxes if you know all of that information to really narrow down your search. Now go back to the top where our icons are. You are now on the circle with double arrows. This green double arrow icon, if you click on it, will simply refresh your listings page. This is good for any time that you have edited anything and you need to update the page to show that you have successfully edited. Now for the last icon that has the double black arrows pointing at each other diagonally, is an icon that simply maximizes and minimizes the listing page for an easier navigation. Last but not least, with our icons here, let's go back to the very top right and you can set your monitor page to show 20, 50, 100, or even 500 listings at a time, instead of going to the bottom of this listing page and choosing to go page by page. Now we have the listings to look at. Let's look at the first one on our example list here. You again see the box and drop down button that we have covered already. Moving over to the right, you can see that there is one of the imported pictures that Viking Drop imported with your listing. Makes for a very easy reference to see exactly what the listing is that you listed, putting a visual with the listing title. Next we have the title of your listing, as well the eBay target ID of your listing. Now status. Here is where you will find the status of your listing, and we will go through each of the possibilities that you may see in this field. When you see the green listed icon here, that means that your listing is active and open to buyers without any problems to the listing. If you see an icon that looks like this in orange and it says closed, then either you deleted the item from eBay or there is something in eBay with your listing that eBay is requesting that you fix before the item is able to meet eBay standards. If you see an icon that says waiting on lister, this means that the lister is still processing your listing to eBay, either after an edit or if you have batched listed. Once that process has completed, you will then see the green icon stating listed. As well, one last thing here in the price monitor. You can see under the show icons that Viking Drop will keep you updated and show you how many listings that you have in the price monitor tab. I want to say thank you again for coming and watching the tutorial on Listings Monitor. Please come and join us in the next tutorial on sales and orders.